And Mr. Aguirre, if you'll come down. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 5468, State of Texas.
Here we go, Texas courtroom, serious stakes. Johnny's not just here for a routine check-in. The state wants to revoke his probation, which could mean trading freedom for years behind bars.
Versus Johnny Joe Aguirre. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Aguirre, Your Honor.
Defense?
Megan Enriquez for Johnny Joe Aguirre.
And are you Johnny Joe Aguirre?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, I do.
Are you the same Johnny Joe Aguirre who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 5468 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on October 20th, 2023 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 4, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Johnny Joe Aguirre did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April and May 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? State.
I'm sorry, is that a true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objection?
No objection.
Pause here, this is huge. By admitting a single violation, Johnny basically hands the judge the power to sentence him to decades in prison. Would you take that gamble, or fight every inch?
To the other allegations being waived, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, I do.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, I do. Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
State's requesting adjudication of guilt and revoke the individual office probation, Your Honor.
All right, and what are you requesting?
Your Honor, I would like to call my client as a witness, but we are requesting that he be continued and that we talk about what that looks like and what might be appropriate and explain to the court the things that he is struggling with, why, and maybe together come up with a plan for his success and to get him back on the right track.
All right, can you raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you feel will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Johnny Aguirre?
All right, defense.
Johnny, are you nervous?
Yes.
Okay, you know the judge has a big decision to make here, right? Okay, speak up so she
Yes,
can
ma'am.
hear you. Okay. Tell the judge, where did you grow up? You didn't grow up in San Antonio. Where'd you grow up?
For 20 years, I lived in Eagle Pass, Texas.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
And after high school, what did you do?
I went to Job Corps and got 2 certificates.
Okay. And then after that, after your certificates, were you in the military?
Yes, I joined the Army after that.
And okay, you were in the Army. And what was your job in the Army?
I was a generator mechanic.
Okay. Speak up a little bit, okay. What was your job in the Army?
I was a generator mechanic.
Okay. Graduated from high school, went to the Army.
This just got way deeper than probation violations. Johnny's carrying trauma, a murdered brother, open cases, and now battling addiction. Here's the real question. Should the court weigh that pain as context, or is it just another excuse? Asterisk.
And then was there a big event that happened in your family with the loss of a family member a few years ago?
Yes, my brother got murdered 2 years ago.
Okay, and so your brother was murdered, and actually the people who are alleged to have murdered your brother, their cases are still pending, right? For the murder charges for murdering your brother?
That's correct.
Okay, and were you close with your brother?
Very.
Okay, and then at this point in your life, you started using illegal substances and drugs, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, is there anything that you want to tell her?
Yes. My father is my best friend in my life. I've never been in trouble with him, and he's 70 years old. So I know this is, critical time to be with him. And I believe he needs my help because he owns an apartment, and he has my sister doing the lawn service and all that, because he just had leg surgery and he's getting too old. And I would like to be there with him to help him.
So if you're continued on probation and if you are allowed to transfer your probation to Eagle Pass, your hometown, you would be working with your dad as he's a landlord and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff, and helping do landscaping as well as maybe also working in
Yeah.
restaurants and things
Yes.
like that. Okay. And in your dad's household, it's just him and your stepmom?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Your children or their family members, anything like
No.
that? Okay. Nothing further.
Any questions?
Yes, actually. Your brother, his murder, was it here in Bear County, San Antonio, Texas?
Yes, it was.
Were y'all living together at the time?
He would stay with me on and off. He was homeless. I had an apartment, and then I lost it 3 months after that and became homeless. So,
Okay. So what was the motive of why these individuals killed your brother? Do you know?
they say he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, but there's allegations that he could have been set up
Set
because
up.
he was living that lifestyle
What lifestyle?
of drugs and in the streets.
Drugs in the streets? Okay. And I think defense counsel stated earlier, you would be willing to go to an inpatient if the judge ordered it. Is that correct? Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right.
And
So-
to that note, if I could just add one more
Yes.
thing, Your Honor. I have conferred with probation. His TAP is expired because he first did a TAP evaluation over a year ago. So if you do choose to continue him, we would like a new TAP to be ordered so that it's current, and maybe even a mental health evaluation.
Right. Any objections to the court reviewing the court summary?
No objection.
I would object just because there's mention of some allegations that they've waived.
Well, I won't consider those
Okay.
allegations.
Okay. Yeah, as long as anything that references those,
All
are
right.
not on
And
the
you mean the
record.
allegations of the new number one?
The new number one, and there was one other listed violation that was waived.
And what listed violation?
The other violation was just tested positive. That was waived, Your Honor, and also the new number one assault.
Oh, right, wait. So my reason for reviewing the court summary would be to figure out how he had been doing other than with the waive violations. All right, so first things first, you were in the military. When did you discharge from the military?
October of 2006,
And why did you discharge?
I tested positive for marijuana.
Okay. And was this before or after your brother's death?
This was way before. This was in 2006. My brother's death was 2 years ago.
And was it an honorable discharge or dishonorable?
It was a general under honorable conditions.
Now, I know you're saying that you were sent here because your family placed you in rehab.
Right.
Why was your brother here?
He was on parole, actually. He came to live with me.
All right, and what is he on parole for?
Death.
And you were mentioned that you've been arrested before somewhere else. Where would this have been?
And Eagle Pass.
For
My
what?
hometown. That's probably marijuana charges. It was over 10 years ago. I'm not
Okay.
sure exactly what the charges were.
All right, so what I can tell you in the court summary, probation is recommending revocation. Sometimes I go along with what the recommendation is, sometimes I don't, but I have more questions for you. So their concerns about you are this. They say the probationer last reported on March 7th, 2024. Why didn't you report after that?
I was out on the streets trying to figure out what happened to my brother. I knew I was living the lifestyle, so I was on the drugs. I knew I was going to fail again.
All right. And then they say you failed to attend, they gave you a chance, and then they said you failed to attend your office visit on April 10th, 2024. Why?
The same reason. I was out trying to figure out what happened while I was on drugs.
But they contacted you and called you because it says the probation officer rescheduled the probationer for another appointment on April 17th, 2024, hoping he would resume reporting compliance. So they say you didn't attend on that date. Why not?
It's the same reason. I have a problem not answering the phone, not answering the door when people not want, even if I don't want to. It's just a conscious thing.
And then
And-
they say that they gave you another appointment for April 29, 2024, hoping you would resume compliance, and you didn't report for that visit. And then they scheduled you for another appointment on May 13th, 2024, and you didn't attend. And then they scheduled you for another appointment on June 17th, 2024, and you didn't attend. And they said that what the due diligence they attempted with you is they called your cell phone. There was no answer and they left a voicemail. They texted you the message, and they also sent an email to your email address. And then they called your stepmother. No one answered. They left a voicemail. Then they called your father. No one answered, and they left a voicemail. And then they went to do a field visit, and it was a bad address. And then they didn't stop there. They then scheduled another appointment for you for June 28, 2024, and you still didn't report. So, I mean,
If I may.
Yes. Yes, please.
During all this time, I was homeless, and I didn't, like, when they would call me, I didn't have the phone all the time. I mean, it would get stolen within a couple of weeks of having a phone. So I didn't have ways of contact. So if it was just messages that they left, I didn't receive, not that many.
well, they call your father, they call your stepmom.
Right.
So, I mean, you haven't done anything. I don't know why I should continue you. I mean, what's the reason why he should be continued?
Your Honor, the hope would be that living not here in San Antonio and moving to Eagle Pass and being with his father and his stepmother would make things differently. Because if he's there and if they, I hope they would never not be able to get a hold of him, but then they would be there with him to give him the message. They were in another city. They were not in contact at the time. But now, if the hope would be that things would be different because he would be in a different environment by supportive people, not other people who are using drugs and are homeless and stealing cell phones and things like that. People who is, a retired mail carrier and I don't know anything about his stepmom. Does she still work?
Yes.
Okay. So the hope would be that his environment would be different. Therefore, his actions would be different. And also that he might have stricter conditions from the court and conditions that better address the issues. For instance, the mental health aspect of what he's struggling with was not being addressed in the time he was on probation. So my hope would be that if he is getting mental health treatment and getting stricter drug treatment, that the outcome would be different.
All right.
He also now has a better appreciation of the risk of going to prison. He's never been to prison.
And there's the gavel moment, 6 years locked in. But notice the twist. The judge adds a therapeutic community program. This isn't just punishment, it's a last chance at rebuilding his life behind bars. Do you think that's justice or mercy?
Prison before. And I think for the first time, this is flashing before his eyes that this is a very real possibility. And he knew by playing true that that was an option that the court had.
All right. Anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the defense.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. The court is going to request the therapeutic community, and the court will retain jurisdiction. So if what he has reported is true, that he has no felony convictions, you can explain to him what that means, that the court is retaining jurisdiction. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right. Do have a limited right to appeal? That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are in deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So that we can go off the record. The therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody. It's just a program that can hopefully help you get on track with your sobriety, get on track with your mental health issues. Once you're released from custody, if you're not able to find a place to live, if you're not able to find someone to help you with your mental health or drug issues, if I'm still here, you can come back to the court and I will pick up the phone and call someone to help you. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.